Yo, what's good, guys? All right, so this video has probably been requested many a times, and I think now is the time that I need to get it done, just to help as many people as I can. If they're coming to the channel and they want to know where to start with getting everything set up, and just put a few things to bed so that you can just watch this video and then you can just proceed and start absorbing all the information in the streams. Okay, so this video now, I'm going to talk you through how to get everything set up on your MT4. All right. Now, there is a video in the Discord and in the channel which helps you install the indicators. Okay, so just go and watch that. Okay, and then come back to this. All right, because what I'm going to be doing on this video is just literally talking you through how to really utilize MT4. And as much as it is an archaic platform, this is everything that I use. Okay, all the projections, they all come from this platform. All right, so let's get straight to it. First things first, if you want to open a new chart, all right, all you need to do is you go to this plus file here. So yeah, plus option there, and you can select whatever instrument you want. Now, because we're looking at crypto, depending on whether or not you have a live account, okay, if you open a live account, you'll get access to all the instruments here, but you can open a demo account, but I do believe that they don't present crypto on there. But for the sake of having this as a visual tool, open a live account, and if you're desperate and you want to trade off this platform, then it's up to you if you deposit any money. Okay, you don't have to, but just have it as a source of information. Okay, so say you've done that, go down to crypto, select your coin that you want to trade. So you got Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Dash, Ethereum, Litecoin. So we'll just open up Bitcoin and you'll see this chart. Now we need to set this up in a way so that it can replicate the way it looks on the streams. Now remember, go watch the first video. It's in that playlist, which I'll attach at the bottom in the description, on how to install the indicators. So you've watched that and now you've come to this part here. I'll quickly redo it again and show you how you can add the indicators to the charts. All right. Now, when you open up a new chart, it always comes with this factory setting, right? See the grid and these bar lines, bar charts, what have you. All right. So first thing you do is you right click and go to template. Now this is on the principle that you've installed the templates from the first video. All right. Select your template that you want. So it'll either be the PVSRA, black, white. Okay. And if you have any other ways of setting templates, which I'll show you in a few moments, and you can work off that as well. So we're just going to select this option here. All right. Now, sometimes a lot of people have said that there is a notification bar that appears that says file error all the time. Well, all you need to do is you need to right click, go to indicators list and get rid of news panel. Okay. So we do that. Delete, and it gets rid of it for you. Now that we've got rid of that news panel right there, okay, this is exactly how the chart looks without anything. Now I like to normally, work off this chart because it gives me a nice clean view of what's going on across the board. Now, using MT4, because that's what this video, is all about. So if you want to scroll across, if you'll notice that every time I go across, the chart seems to move straight to the hard right. Okay. So what you do in order to stop that, see these two buttons up here, scroll the chart to the end on tick incoming. So every time price changes in this zone here, it will keep price to the hard right. If you deactivate that, it then gives you the flexibility to move across the chart. Happy days. All right. And you can go as far back as far as you want. All right. Then, now that we've done that, simple activities like zooming in and out. Okay. When you zoom all the way in, you just press this button here to shift the chart all the way back to the start. All right. And then you zoom out. Happy days. Now, this is the volume tab at the bottom. All right. Now, I don't really usually use this on the higher time frames. I really pay attention to it on the smaller time frames. But if you don't want that there, what you need to do is right click, then go down to delete indicator window, and it opens the chart just that little bit more. All right. Now, if you want to draw trend lines, you go up here and draw the trend line by selecting that. Alternatively, if you right click on that area right there, it brings you up another tab here where you can actually start adding and customizing the tools that are available. So if you go down to customize, you've got all the various tools that are available, and these are the ones that are selected up here. So if you want to remove the Fibonacci retracement or the equidistant channel, you just highlight it, remove it, and it gets rid of it from up there. So it tidies up your toolbar as such. Okay, now you can see I've got other things up there that I may not want, so I'll close that and right click on this area here. Now if you notice, can you see there's these dashed lines here? That gives you the opportunity to move things about. Okay, so I'm going to click on this one here, go to customize, and then I'm going to remove templates. So I will get rid of that, remove that, periods, remove that, and tile windows, get rid of that, and I'll keep the rest and then close. Happy days. So it's just keeping it nice and sweet. What is this one here? Indicators list. Well, I'll get rid of that because I won't be needing that. So move that, go across, happy days, done. All right then. Now, obviously, time frames, you can switch in between the two. Now, when you want to scale out and scale in, so you can left click on the mouse and move up and down. All right. Now, if you notice on the streams, I have this ability to move the chart around in a free way. So the way to do that is you right click, go down to properties, and it gives you these options here where you can change the background and what have you. But remember, you're using a template, so just keep it as it is. Go to common, select scale fix, press OK. Don't change anything, and it will give you the opportunity to do that. However, when you zoom in, you'll have to keep doing that. Or if you do it again, so zoom back out there, double click, it regulates the price to that zone. So double click right there. If you notice there's this, can you see that gray bar right there? So wherever that gray bar is and you double click, it will move price to that point. Okay, sweet. So that's that done there. Now, when you open the actual account itself, you go to Market Watch up here, or you go to View if it's not presented there. Right, select the option and scroll down to see if you can see any crypto. If you can't see crypto, it's usually orange. But if you can't, right click, go to Show All. Okay, and it will show everything that IC Markets has to offer. Okay, so commodities, you name it, it's all in there for you. Okay, now the indicators. Well, the actual previous video shows you how to install the indicators. All right. Now, what I do is I actually add the indicators to the chart. So you can see all of these wild projection zones and lines and what have you. That's just because I have these for people to see whilst we're on the streams. All right. But if I right click on a new chart and go to template, right, I can pull up the indicator. So I've previously saved it. I've got various versions of it. Okay. Now I know there's one that says YouTube live stream Bitcoin. So if I press that, it will bring everything up for me. Okay. And that is all you need on the chart. All right. All the boxes that you see is just me annotating them like so. And you can just add them, double click, move across, and you've got yourself a box. Right click, get rid of it like that. Okay, and you can see see now, if you notice, it's gone back to scale on this Bitcoin one. So I haven't got that flexibility. So I can just go right click, go properties, hit scale to fix, press OK, and it will let me move things about like that. All right, cool. Now, a brief description on what everything is, just to help you understand. Okay, now these green boxes, all right, are the Asian session. So I'm not going to go into what we need to know about them. I'm giving you a basic understanding so that you're not thinking, well, what's this green box mean and what do these blue boxes mean? Okay, so the green box is the Asian session. The start of the box is the start time of the Asian session. The end of it is the end of it. Okay, the end of the session for the time zone that you're trading within. All right, particularly speaking, the Asian session. Okay, so it's 8 hours, 9 hours in that zone. The yellow line is the Asian session high. This is the midpoint, and this is the Asian session low. This range is the amount of pips that price traveled in that zone. All right. Now, this blue line in the middle is the 50 EMA. Okay. And it's got a cloud around it, like sort of like a volatility band. All right. But we know this to be as the dragon in light of Trader at Home. Okay. So it's referred to the dragon, which is going to give you the idea of where momentum is going. These blue dashed lines consider the previous session high and low. Okay. So for example, you can see where it says here yesterday's low and yesterday's high. So the Asian session hit yesterday's high up here, and then this dashed line here was the day before high and the day before low. All right, so it's good to use those as, you know, understanding of where price is in light of the daily chart. Okay, now the green candles and the red candles, I'm sure you're aware of what they are, but they print off when notable volume is coming into the marketplace at that point in time. Now, it's based off the tick volume. It's not how many people, how many contracts people brought. It's how many times price changes at that point in time. Okay, so we understand it to be a very big red candle here. So its volume is at its highest point. Same with the green, volume is at its highest point. Blue candles are where volume is starting to rise, and the violet candles are where selling volume is starting to rise. Well, price is moving to the downside and it's starting to grow. Okay, so that's that there. These M pivot points, all right, they are based on taking the high and the low and the close for the previous session, if I'm correct, and divided by 3. And these are static and they update after every new session. So every new Hong Kong session, they adjust and they are static for the rest of the day. Okay. Now, there's another line, couple of lines that you need to see here, which are the psychological high and low, which you can see right there. So because I can't see it, it's black. You go into your indicators. So let me start again. You go right click, go into indicator, and then go down to the psychological level right there, edit, and then change the color of the lines to one that suits your eyes effectively. So let's just make it green. If you want to make the lines really thick, double click, add it to 3. All right, the lower you go, the thinner it is. All right, and then press OK. And there you go. You've got your Asian session lines right there. Okay. Now, that is pretty much all of the criteria of the indicators that we use. Of course, I haven't mentioned the Brinks box. Okay, so the Brinks box is, see this Brinks box right here? That is before the New York session opens, and that Brinks box there is before the UK session opens. Okay, now understanding what happens in these boxes and what have you, you need to go to the streams because that's where I explain that for you. So we've got the moving averages are the 5, which is the yellow, the 13, the red, 50 is the blue, and then the white is the 200, and this is the 800 EMA. Those are the EMAs that I use, and that's all I will stick with. Anything else is just noise. All right. ADR, you can see the ADR high, ADR low. This is the range daily high and the range daily low. Usually when price hits these points, it usually likes to pull back from it. Okay. ADR measure up here. This tells you the cycle that price can travel in one instance, so in one day. So from the start of the session to the end, Bitcoin is usually going to travel between or up to 60,380 pips. A pip is the smallest increase or decrease in price. All right. ADR times 3 is the moves to the upside or to the downside over a whole week. So Bitcoin will travel 181,160 pips in a week. Now that could be to the upside or to the downside. All right. Cool. If you want to like bring charts together, okay, all you need to do is you can minimize and maximize right there, or you can press window and tile everything. Now, when you tile everything, it kind of brings it all into like a bit of a squashed mess. So watch this. When I press Windows, I've only got 2 open. But if I open another window and then go into window again, it will bring that to, oh God, didn't even do it. Nice little boomer moment for you. All right. In other words, if you open that and minimize that, okay, you should have a third one there. And then when you press window, it will tile it for you and bring you everything. Now remember, you're going to need to adjust it. Quickest way to adjust the chart is you just highlight the chart and press this button here, which is the shift, brings it to you right there. And then the same again over here. Job done. Now, some of you may see that this access panel right here is a bit compressed. Don't worry about it too much. It just gives you the ranges and the swaps and the candle time right there. But it's clear to see. You don't need to be worrying about range and swaps as such. All right. As long as you can see price, then it's all happy days for you. All right. Cool. Now, once you've done that, okay, there can be other things that you can do with the platform. All right. You can change candlestick settings. You know, you can go right click, indicator settings. And if you want to change the access panel, right click, go into edit. And you can just play around with the settings, but be careful when you do play around with things. All right, so you can show half levels, quarter levels. I can put natural Fibonacci's on there if I want. I can put the pivot points, support and resistance, mid levels. Okay, you know, you can really play around with things on these indicators, but be cautious. Try and just stick to what you can see right in front of you. All right, because if you change things about, it can get a little bit messy. Okay. And another thing that I think you guys will need, okay, is when there's something that you can do, all right? So if you open a new chart, right? So let's just take Bitcoin. Right click, put that there, and select one of the templates. Now, you'll see these lines right here, okay? You can see those. So if I zoom in, you'll see those lines there. The way you get rid of those lines, okay, is you right click, go to indicators list, go to access panel, edit, and then get rid of the levels. Okay, just get rid of those levels right there. Press OK, and it will get rid of it for you. And you can see I've got the news down there. Oops. Get rid of the news. News panel, gone. Now, I'll get rid of that. Delete indicator window. Now, if you want to save the format of whatever you've done to the chart, right click, template, save template, highlight whatever it is. So training vid, press save, close the chart, open a new one, go back to Bitcoin, right click, template, and then find your training video, which is there, training vid, and it will bring everything up that you had previously. All right. So that should cover that instance there for you. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. There probably is something else that I haven't mentioned that's going to make me lose my mind once I upload this video. But just trying to think. Oh, okay. When it comes to inserting other things on the chart, all right, because you can, if you want, install these indicators individually. So for example, let's bring up another chart. Bitcoin, right? To add things individually, right click, get rid of grid, so it gets rid of that, okay? Then in your indicators list, when you download the indicators and you press this navigator right here, it brings up everything that you've downloaded in terms of indicators, okay? So you see indicators right there. Now, let's say I just want to add the access panel. So I go down and I look for the access panel. I can see it's right there, access panel black, okay? So I drag and drop it, press OK. Now here it is. You see that? I bet all of you guys have seen that so many times when you're installing stuff, okay? However, allow DLL imports. We don't need to worry about that because we're not going to get any economical news about Bitcoin. It's not the economical news that you think it is. This is in relation to Forex, where if you want to know about the non-farm payrolls, CCI, and what have you. All right, so just press OK. Get rid of that. See that? It's going crazy now. So that means that there's a chart that has that information on. So I just need to try and find that. You can hear it going crazy right now. All right, because the access panel is on. So I need to right click, go to indicators, and that's bizarre. That is bizarre. 60-minute time frame. Where is that from? So I've got one right there. I'm going to close this chart, get rid of that. This is good news for you. Okay, Bitcoin. I believe that might be there. There you go. No, it's not. Tell a lie. Press OK. Done. Okay, so it was those other charts then. Fair enough. Anyway, so if you talk about boomer moment, man, Jesus. All right, so you can drag and drop the indicators individually onto a chart. Okay, so if I want to just get rid of the candlesticks, I can get rid of them there. And I can get rid of the moving average, which is the trends. Delete that. And that's my chart right there. Okay, so the axis panel is effectively the zones and levels like the range daily high and range daily low. And the axis panel is this part here. Now, what if I just want to have candles? So you go to the candles, hold it, flip it over, press OK. Make sure that DLL imports are on. And there you go. You've got your candlesticks just there. No moving averages, nothing. All right? Which gives you flexibility to try a couple of other things. You know, if you really want to do this, you can say, I'm going to try and add the Ichimoku cloud onto there and see how it behaves. Yeah, see notable volume coming into the cloud itself. Does that give you an inkling that price is going to continue further? You make your decision based on that. Is that going to be previous resistance? We're going to see. And there you go. Breakout, come down, show support at the Cajun. Is the Cajun San? Yeah, I think it is. And then moving off from that point. So it's up to you how you decide to test it. All right. So get rid of that. Cool. Now you can add the moving average as well. So you go across and add the moving averages. Trends black. Go across. Press OK. We'll make sure you've got DL imports corrected on there. Done. Now you can see that the 50 EMA is above price. Okay. So the way you get around that is you go back and add the candles on top of them again. Allow, job done, and then the candles are on top of it. Happy days. Yeah. Same with the volumes. Just drag, drop, and then you're good to go in that aspect there. So I hope that helps you guys. Okay. In terms of downloading the indicators are in the Discord. So we're going to jig things about and make it so it's easy for you guys to get access to that information. All right. A couple of other things as well. You see this writing up here, high. It says HFLOMYLC. So that's the Hong Kong Open. That's the Frankfurt Open, London Open, New York Open. That's the London Close. All right. Now, if you right click and go to properties and it says show period separators, it will give you the start of the day and the end of the day. All right, so that is where New York closes, which on this platform is just bang. The time frame is different, the time zone is different, but it's about 10 p.m. GMT UK time. All right, and you can have that on there. And you see, go back, click that, zoom out, and you pretty much have everything that you need. Obviously, the other video shows you how to add the indicators on there, so I can put the work time, drop that on there, and you can see I'm actively, New York is coming into play. Are we going to see a reversal? Who knows? That's another video. But I hope that helps you guys. I'm going to be doing other videos as well, but I just thought I'd do this video just to give all the new guys who are passing through, you know, just a little bit of guidance on how to get everything set up on IC markets or on MT4, and just a little bit of information on how to navigate through the chart. All right. So, you know, let me know if there's anything that I've missed. Granted, there probably is something that I've missed, but just play around with it, guys. If you want to add anything onto the charts that is not related to the hybrid system, just go to insert indicators. You want to add a moving average, select moving average, change the value right there, and then just press OK, and it appears. There you go, you see? It appears on there. All right. Cool. Have a wonderful day, guys, and I'm going to do a couple more of these videos if there is anything else that I think you guys need to know. All right. Mad respect to all of you. Peace.